These are 3 must-play cards if you're going to build Kumena, Tyrant of Orazca.
There aren't really a ton of super popular merfolk commanders. Kumena is probably the most popular one. I have this deck. I love this deck.
Pulling this guy out of the perfect fit and the sleeve to get a closer look. Big shout to Dragon Shield for making the best products in the game. This is actually the foil secret lair Kumena, so it's blue-green 1 for a 2/4 legendary merfolk shaman. Tap another untapped merfolk you control. Kumena can't be blocked this turn. Tap 3 untapped merfolk, draw a card. Tap 5 untapped merfolk, put a +1/+1 counter on each merfolk you control.
So my version of this deck is kind of a combo version, but in general, the thing you want to pay attention to, there's 2 really relevant abilities on Kumena. One of them, draw a card. Drawing cards is really good. It takes 3 merfolk to do that, which means if you can find ways to untap your creatures, you're just going to be in business. The other one is that you have a merfolk commander that comes down on 3 and is just quite easy to make unblockable.
So first and foremost, we're going to go Seedborn Muse, green 3 for a 2/4 spirit. Untap all permanents you control during each other player's untap step.
Look, I don't have to tell you guys how good Seedborn Muse is. It's good in pretty much every green commander deck ever. It's just especially good in this deck because it means that every single turn, as long as you have 3 merfolk, your commander included, you can just draw an extra card every turn, every other player's turn. Not to mention, of course, with your lands untapping, you'll be able to cast all of those cards as well. Seedborn's crazy, but it's just insanely important in this deck specifically.
Number 2, we're going with Deeproot Pilgrimage, one of the best merfolk adjacent cards printed in the last few years or ever, probably. Blue 1 for an enchantment whenever 1 or more non-token merfolk you control become tapped. Create a 1/1 blue merfolk creature token with hexproof.
So the thing that's amazing about this card is it's going to trigger when you tap 3 merfolk together to draw a card, or 5 for the other ability, or 1 to make him unblockable. What's especially good about it is that no matter what happens, no matter on any player's turn, you can tap any untapped merfolk you control to make Kumena unblockable.
Now, to make the actual token, you have to be tapping a non-token creature.
As soon as that ability has resolved, you can do it again once it's done and you've already made the 1/1, and you'll make another 1/1. Now, it doesn't trigger off the tokens you make, but if you have even 3 merfolk, like, you can just go nuts. And then those 1/1 tokens, even though they can't trigger to make more tokens, can tap to draw you cards. So it's just this really, really grindy engine that gets this deck ahead super fast. Like, Pilgrimage is just absolutely nuts.
And number 3, I'm going with a card that I think is kind of a hot take, but also I've just never lost a game with Kumena when I've cast this card. I think it's insane. Stolen Identity. Blue 4 for a sorcery. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature has Cipher. Then you may exile the spell after it's cast, encoded on a creature you control. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, its controller may cast a copy of the encoded card without paying its mana cost.
So because you're never going to want to make a copy of Kumena, because it's legendary, you're going to make a copy of any lord, any other true name nemesis, the best merfolk you have, right? And that merfolk is then going to be able to tap to make Kumena unblockable, which means that when Kumena deals damage to a player, you're then going to be able to cast another copy and make another copy of that creature. Let's say it's like a Lord of Atlantis or something. Now every single turn, you're going to be making an additional copy of the best creature in your deck, plus the 2 you got the turn you cast it. It's certainly a little expensive, but it's just insanely good. It's crazy good in a merfolk deck that want lots of copies, redundancy of the same type of effects. You play these cards in your Kumena deck? Comment below if you do, and let me know other commanders you'd like to see the top 3 cards for.